What it does, good people. Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are well rested. So basically today we're just gonna be doing a back testing session on one of the best, in fact, I consider the best strategies in terms of like scalping currencies every day. And if you kind of like get yourself or build yourself a proper system for this. I mean, it doesn't have a high win. I mean, it doesn't have a high risk reward ratio, but the win rate is high. Like I said, if you curate or narrate a good system around it, your chances of being profitable are very, very high. So without wasting further of your time, let's get straight to it. So I call this it's a basically S&D strategy, supply and demand. S&D strategy. S&D, supply and demand. Just gonna name it that, and then so this is the tool I used, FX Replay to backtest pretty much all of my strategies. And if you can check assets, we're gonna be trading GBP, USD. And what's nice, it's flexible. It allows us to trade during London session and New York session. So we pretty much had chances of getting setups at any time of those sessions. GBP, GBP, JPY, and then what else? We're going to be trading gold as well. Gold. So I'm just adding the assets we'll be looking in terms of like trading the strategy. Val USD, which is gold. USD CAD, which we're going to be trading in New York session, mainly because of the oils and stuff like that. So it tends to get volatile around those times. USD JPY. Let me see if I'm forgetting. And you can pretty much trade it with anything, indices. I'm not sure it's synthetics and other instruments, but futures, all that. But I prefer trading currency, especially if I'm trading it, scalping it like I do. Um, so I prefer not to take too many pairs to trade, but just pairs that move properly. So I'm gonna take about six. One, two, three, four, five, six. Let me just add Euro USD. Right. So I'm just gonna make another bounce. So the strategy, like I said, it's an S&D strategy. So I just named it S&D back test two. And then chart layout. And then next. The balance is 1,000. I don't want to enable next. So now I want to choose a starting date of which I'm going to be backtesting these pairs, right? So I want you guys to say I prepped this kind of backtesting whereby maybe I went past the data before, studied it, and then come and backtested again. So what I did, I just went on basically on Google, searched a random not sure if my screen is sharing this part of my, or is it just sharing a FX replay? Because I didn't do the share screen, I just chose, but nevertheless, so I just chose this random date generator just to ensure it's showing this. Let me just stop the share and then share again and just say screen this time. Let's see if we're still recording. Yes, we're still recording. So good. So I just went to Google, just typed random date generator, and I chose the first one. And then how many number of dates. So it's basically going to give me a random date to start backtesting on so that you guys can see. I just chose the random month, random date, and then just started backtesting on it. So you just want us to give it one date between 2020 and 2025. So between then it should give us date. So let's say it gets date. So it gave us the 25th, 12/04, which is December. So I'm just gonna say try again to show you that it's just random. Okay, I can click as many as this. It just gives me random dates. So I'm just gonna do it one last time, and the date we get, we're just gonna use it again. So 2023, 12/11. That's December. Do you want to trade December month? Let's try again and see if we can. Okay, oh 09. Oh 09, what's the month? Is it? Oh, that's fine. Let's just take this one. 2022 from 2022. So we're gonna backtest the month of 2022. January, February, March. Okay, so oh 09 is September. I had to make sure. I had to make sure. Oh 09 is September and the day 16th. The 16th. Uh, Pretty much I started in the morning. The 16th. And then up until, let's just back test that month only, 2022. September, we're starting at 16. Let's just end at the date here. And then let's create the session. And pretty much, yeah, let's start our backtesting session. So like I said, this is the tool I use, FX Replay. I backtest everything here to make sure my strategies work properly. So I'm gonna run you through the basic rules of the strategy, right? So it's simple, supply and demand. What is a supply? What is a demand? Right? As we all know, the market makes higher highs and low highs, higher highs and low highs, low highs, right? So every time we get this impulsive move, a move that breaks structure, creating break of structures. In an instance whereby it's an uptrend, the last red candlestick before this up move, it's always your zone, the lows. You see these zones. So I'm just gonna clear my chart so that it's clear. So what do I mean in terms of like chart direction? So let's say for instance we have this big move here, right? Big move. Let's just say it's a big move. Uh, I want to color this. Well, choose here, brown. Right. So let's just say we have this big move here pushing, right? And put it properly, right? So as we're pushing up, there's a candlestick that came. There's a few candlestick, maybe red candlestick that came down. Like maybe this was the uh, red one. Bear with me, guys. Let's say if this was the red one, and we switched it to the red one. And then in this instance, this is an uptrend example. Let me change this to green so that you guys know. Because I know red sometimes means so. So this move here, before I explain, this move here is this move here. How so? Simple. It's this move, right? So in this instance, my demand. What's the demand? What's the supply? Here's the thing. I know what they are, but I don't know the demand is the. You bear with me. I'll mistake them there and there. I don't mainly trade supply and demand, but like I said, this strategy it's one of the best. It's one of the best that I've tried in terms of scalping. So you can just check it. So this would be our demand zone, the last red candlestick that forced this move to break structure. Yes, I think this is the demand zone. Yes. So this this red move will be our demand zone, right? Vice versa if now we are selling, right? Because if we are selling, all these would be red, red, and let's change it, red, and then this one will be green. So in a selling scenario, the last green candlestick to break structure or creating that impulsive move will be our supply zone, and that's where we'll be looking to enter. It's as simple as that, guys. So all you have to do is wait for price to come back in this zone. Yeah? And once it comes back in the zone, we're gonna wait for two confirmations. First, I'm going to explain this one. You're going to wait for a rejection. So any candlestick that gets into the zone must not close within. If it closes inside your zone, I wouldn't take that trade. But you want it to kind of like enter, maybe even if it doesn't enter, but if it touches and rejects, most of the time when the good moves, it's when it touches inside and then rejects the zone. When it rejects, leaving what we call wicks. And as soon as it wicks inside that zone, I'm placing a sell stop order. This is a sell example now. Placing a sell stop order, meaning the next candle that's open, and then my stop loss will be in the midline of um, the zone. The stop loss varies, guys. Sometimes you can place it just on the low of the candlestick that wicked or rejected, or just me for because sometimes the market gets into the zone and wicks me out, and then what I do is adjusting my stop loss to accommodate that. Sometimes so that I don't get taken out at all. Right. So if it takes me out, I know, okay, I'm gonna gauge, see if I can re-enter and all that. But basically this will be where you place your stop loss. And then the next candlestick that you're gonna wait for is if it opens, um, say now a selling candlestick, if it opens, you want it to come trigger the sell stop. You're not gonna sell place a limit. It's a sell stop, meaning when it passes that zone, it somehow opens the trade. So the next candlesticks that's gonna why did I put this? So this is a short. So basically, as no man, I want a short. No, short, yes. Oh no, I forgot I inverted the scale. I'm like, what the hell? Okay, but yeah, let's continue with the example. Um, Now let me just invert it and continue because I started with it already. So I'm just gonna use allow. So as soon as we said the stop loss right here, as soon and then we're gonna target a 1:1 on the trade. So a 1:1. It's if you're risking 36 points, I must 66 points. If you're risking 66 points, I must make 66 points. So 1:1. If I'm risking $100, I must make $100 out of this trade. You can of course drag it further to specific zone, obviously, when you analyze from the higher time frame, getting the whole narrative of the charts. But for this strategy, specifically for scalping, this is how I go about it. I always trade a 1:1, and this is where your TP it, and then your trade will be triggered as soon as it passes here, and you just hold till you take profit. Then you look for other setups. So you can take as much as like 4 trades per day. Like I said, you have to create your own system to it, and take as much as like 4 trades, two, depending on how. If you want to take 6, you can, because you're always going to get these setups on a daily, especially on these currency pairs that I just mentioned here, which like back testing. Same thing, vice versa, guys. If you're buying, the same thing. Rejection on the zone, and then you wait for a move to the upside. Right? So rules are very simple. So let's get to the charts. And then before we get to the charts, let me add a few. Actually, I almost forgot about these ones. So that's the criteria of your entry. Like I said, your first confirmation is the rejection. Then the second one, you want to use an EMA, a moving average. So a moving average, um, you can just find it on your trading view, and then yeah, this is trading view base. I was waiting for the setup, but it invalidated. Kind of what I'm gonna be showing you the invalidated because we closed inside. Remember I said when we close inside, trade becomes invalid, right? Same here. These are the setups I'm waiting on pretty much on the live chart currently. Let me check. What else did I analyze? Yeah, but nevertheless, skip it to the chart. So your EMA must be a 200 moving average. So what you want is you want first you get to the charts, you determine the trend. How do you determine the trend? This line, blue line here, it's a moving average. If price is below it, as this is here, it means we're in a trending market and you're only going to be looking for sales. If price is above it, let me see if there's a pair whereby price is above the line, and then you're only going to be looking for buys in um, um, that specific pair. So this is obviously looking for sales because we're below. Uh, I'm just trying to find the one, but you see an example of that. We're below here as well, very low. So we'll be looking for sales on gold as well. This one is kind of rocky because it's moving in the middle, meaning you see the price is not above or below, it's moving in the middle of price action. For me, it's consolidating. But nevertheless, you get the story. So if you're looking for buys, then the moving average must be below and your price must be above. Then you're only looking for buys and you're only looking for demand zones, right? Demand zones. And then if you're selling it for supply zones, so back to the charts, right? And then you always make sure you trade on a 5 minute um chart. So all these charts, GBP USD, GBP JPY, ZAR USD, Euro USD. So I've put four charts on the screen because I kind of like want to look at them at the same time so that I can see which one has cleaner price action and I can execute that price action on a day. So without further ado, let us start. So the rules are simple, guys. I'm gonna create a PDF of the strategy and link it below. If I haven't linked it yet, hit me up on Instagram. You guys know our Instagram channel, and then I can send you the PDF rules of the strategy itself. And some of you are in my community, probably have it by now. If you don't, just DM me on WhatsApp. And yeah, just communicate with me however you can, and I'll help you out with the PDF document of the rules of this strategy. So those were the criteria of entry. So now risk management, it's a 1:1, and I take 4 trades a day. If I lose 2 times, I stay out of the market. I go the following day. So I traded on London session, I have 4 pairs that I trade. I have the GBP USD, the GBP JPY, and the Euro USD only on the London session. So as you can see, I have the session indicator on here. The blue part is my London session, and then the red part is my New York session. So on the London, I trade GBP, GU, and then GJ, and then Euro USD. And then during New York, I trade ZAR USD, ZAR USD, USD GPY, USD CAD. Like I said, because of oil, I trade USD CAD as well. So, yep, let's start. 5 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to next day open, which is gonna be my New York session. So New York session is start. I wanna see GPSD we're trending down, GBP JPY we're trending down because we're below. Euro USD kinda in the middle, so I'll be looking at these clean ones. Um, as you can see, the we're in a downtrend. This is the last green candlestick that created this whole move. So for me, that will be my zone. I'll wait for price. Let me just change my zones to like this. And then opacity, pay closer as you can see. And then this one as well. This impulsive move was caused by this last green candlestick. Right. So in this one, we've already in. So I want to see, okay, we closed inside. So I'll be looking at this one. Okay, so with this one, we closed outside. So I'm gonna consider this a rejection and I'm gonna place my sell stop. If it doesn't come trade and continues further up, it's none of my business. I just exit the trade and then look for another setup. So my stop loss, like I said, I want it to be in the middle, which is 11.3 on this one. So I want to adjust my take profit to be 115 to match the stop loss level, then I have a 1:1. So my trade will only be triggered. Just place order, risking $50 to make $50. Only be triggered if I go. So I'm just gonna play it out, see if we get triggered in. Got triggered in, and take profit was hit. As you can see here. First take profit was hit. We got triggered in this trade and take profit was hit. We still continue looking for setups throughout the day, but the day is not over yet. So I'm still looking for setups as well. Um, yes. GJ still not showing signs of giving us a setup. Okay. As you go and create these zones, you mark them, guys, because you never know which zone is going to react in. You just have to look the way it reacts cleanly on. Okay. Euro USD is starting showing signs of going down as well. So we want to mark the last green candlestick here. This is what we'll be looking for an entry. Uh, just gonna fast forward this thing quicker so that we Kind of move quick. We're still in the London session, so we still are going to be checking these pairs out. On GPST again, we have the zone. So we want to see how we behave in those zones when we get into NG. Uh, this year, I think we missed this entry. I don't know how, because I would have taken this entry, this thing of fast forwarding. I moved too quick. Because if you zoom in here, this is the zone, and we this candlestick closed outside. So I would have placed a short position here, stop loss just here, and then when I got 9.7, take profit would have been 9.7, and then I would have been triggered when we passed through the zone and hit take profit. But nevertheless, I'm still checking out these ones as well. Let's see if they give us the same. Okay, we kind of closed inside here, so a bit skeptical. But I'm gonna look for extra more rejection zones. If we reject one more time, then I'll be taking this up. So we did reject here. So if we do pause here, I'm gonna be shorting this and then targeting what points, matching the stop loss level, giving me a 1:1, and then place order. I told you the rules are if you lose more than 2 times on this one, get out. Let's see if we get triggered. We got triggered here on GBPSD, and let's see if we go to take profit. Quick, just want to fast forward it to move quicker, and we can profit, take profit hit, and then we entering New York session. As you can see, the time now is 8:24 UST, which is New York session. So now I'm going to start switching from these currency pairs to USD JPY here. I'm going to put USD CAD this side, and then I'm going to focus on gold, right? So these will be my pairs for the New York session. So New York session, I'm gonna check USDJPY. We kind of like in the middle here. So for me, it's consolidation. But see, we moved below. So I'd say we starting to look for downside momentum. It got entered here. And then on this side of USD CAD, I'll mark the zone. So this will be my zone. Uh, gold. So I want gold to give me a clear strike. So I won't be focusing on gold for now. Uh, this seems to be having a clean structure for me. So I want to see, does it come to our zone and reject, or does it create a new zone? Okay, we came to the zone rejected, but when I check, it was news. What news was this? Okay, Michigan, don't. Okay, but let me just put here in the middle. Gold is showing signs of displacing to the upwards, which is good. I'm starting to see proper structure. Um, this one here invalidated the zone and focused on other zones. And mind you guys, the trick is to use supply and demand zones that have never been tapped before. The ones that have been tapped, try to avoid them. Try to avoid them at most cost. Uh, the one that's invalidated, dated. This one is also going to delete it. The last one left is this one here. This one here. Let's see. It invalidated. Yes, we invalidated this one, so we paying attention to this one. And then I want to say, oh, you can use TJPY. This side we have a zone here. There's a zone. Let's see if the zone might give us an entry. Okay, we in. We closed inside, but I want to see if we're gonna get the rejections to the outside. Maybe I might consider taking the entry. Okay, we did get that rejection to the outside. I missed the entry because I could have entered here, shorting here, stop loss just here, and then targeting. Um, 20. So the strategy also needs you to be sharp on your foot so that you don't miss trades, right? You need to be sharp. Okay, this would have taken us out. So maybe it's a good thing we didn't end. All right, so let's continue. We open either way. What's happening with this one now? Okay, gold seems to have given us structure here. Gold. These are not moving. I wonder why. I think we have also. This is not moving. Oh, it's this software has a few glitches there and there, so it must be loading because this must be moving when this is moving. Just quickly refresh it so that you don't want to. Mm, refresh it, refresh it, refresh it. Cool. Oh, so gold came into our zone and yeah, we closed inside. Like I told you, the trades that close, and here's a trick, guys. Trades that close in your zone doesn't mean they don't go your way. It's just you need to gauge them and see how you can enter them. But most of the time, they are low probability entries. I call them the B setups. The ones that quickly touch and reject, those are the ones I really, really want. Those are the ones that I really, really want. Um, because you see here we rejected, but this type of movement, I didn't want to be part of it, like in and up and down of this consultation. I just want price action to trigger me and then move the hell away. Okay, yeah, so pretty much that's it for this day. Let's go to the next day open. So now we're back at the London session. Meaning since we're back at the London session, you must switch back to GBP. Let me just put GU this side. I'm used to it now. GBP this side and GPY this side. What's happening? Consolidating GBP, JPY, GU, no clear structure because all the demand, all the zones, or the supply zones, because we're selling, have been played into. And let's see Euro USD. Okay, we might have a zone that might be of interest for us. The zone. So it got validated now. So this is a zone here. So let's see. Do we favor the zone? Okay. Did we really touch the zone? Seems like I'm just gonna zoom in. I like making sure. Okay, we didn't touch the zone, so I'd expect us to come back in. Okay, we've touched the zone, and are we rejecting outside? Yep, we're rejecting outside. So I'd wanna short 1:1. Let us see. 5.5, also 5.5. Place order. So, we just play it out whilst we look for other setups. Okay, this one went straight to take P. And here's a trick I want to show you guys. So, I mean, went straight to stop loss, sorry. So you see when it takes you out, you'd find sometimes it I mean, there's nothing you can do. There's gonna be days by the market's just gonna kick you out. But what you can do is see if you can look for a re-entry. If I see multiple rejections in that zone, especially you see if it rejected maybe let's say this zone, and I find that there's also a zone above it in this instance, and we also reject here, I'm gonna look to reattempt to enter on that zone, especially this one because it rejected further away cleanly. So I'll definitely be entering this trade and then see if I can what is it? See if I can do this better. Yes, benefit off of it. So let's see. And we triggered in the trade. Trade just consolidated, took us out. It's fine. You see now that I lost 3 times in a day. What I'd want to do is stay out of the market because I lost 2 times this day. But nevertheless, this thing I still think it might go further down because of how we're rejecting um the zone here, right? Like I said. So we would have hit take profit. It's just that we're rejecting the zone like crazy. So, but then rules are rules. That's what I told you. Rules are rules. You just have to um stay out of the market. Then let's go to next day open. So this tool just helped me when I click next day open, it jumps to the following day. Um, right. Uh, so we have a zone here. Already you can see buying. So I won't be explaining too much anymore. I'll just be getting through the zones, entering, trading. Uh, I don't want to make this video also to be long. We have 2 zones here. So yeah, there's a zone on top of this. No, this is gold. I shouldn't be looking at gold, my bad. Missed it in there, there's a, in the zone. I'm gonna long here. Like I said, I'm not gonna explain anymore. I'm just gonna get to it so that we get through this video quickly. So, um, whilst we see if we can get other setups here, like this. Mm, got triggered in there. Want to see if we're going to our take profit zone. Whilst we're waiting for other setups, no take profit was hit yet. Just gonna see if we can get an entry on this one as well. Just gonna have to zoom it in. Let's see if we close outside. We closed inside, so I don't want this trade. Remember, I'm looking for A setups. Although, look, it might push to my direction, but I want a clean setup. So I'm gonna fast forward it. Okay, so we got to the zone, closed inside. We still respected the zone, but like I told you, A setups, A setups, A setups. I want the ones whereby we reject. So approaching New York session now. So I'm gonna start switching New York session. But let me see if we can get last minute entries in some of these. Nah, nah, it's fine. So we're gonna be on gold, and then I'm gonna switch back to this. Yeah. I'm gonna switch this to USD JPY and this to USD CAD. Okay, already see you in an uptrend, and I wanna see zones. This will be the zone. Okay, but it's already tapped to because this green candlestick tapped into it, so we might just push up from here. So I'm already late, so I'm not gonna pay attention to. You can enter before the session starts because either way, I could have gotten this entry if I was trading live. Let's see, closed inside. So since we closed inside, I invalidated even this one. So it's only this one here that we haven't closed. So if we reject on this one, I'm definitely looking to take my buys from that zone. Okay, but Um, we didn't get to this one. This one was more cleaner, but you get the feel of it. So we do the market just moves like this on a daily, man. It respects these zones because you kind of seeing the pattern now that even if we don't get the entry looking for, the market kind of respect the zones. But it's important to have rules of engagement, not just every time you see it, because then we might have an inch. Okay, no, we don't have an inch here. This is the only cleaner price action I can see for now that I might run the rest, even if they gonna respect my zone, I'm looking for clean price action that I can hang on. So, so we're just pushing out now, just pushing out now, just pushing now. What happened to my camera? Let me just quickly sort the camera out. Okay, guys, my webcam just decided to die on me. I didn't forget to charge it, so it's charging now, but nevertheless, we can continue. Okay, we're starting to see price action clean. Gold also here, right? And look at this. We entered and rejected outside. These are the setups I want. Entered and rejected outside. So this is going to be my ancient gold. Stop loss on the middle line. Take profit the same as the 2.695. 2 point, I also want it to be 2.695. 2695. Right? So that's a 1:1. Then place order on gold. Nope. $50. Second. And then we just lay it through whilst we got triggered in, whilst we're waiting for other setups. There's also a zone here. I wanna see if we can respect the zone. Okay, see how gold is doing. Still within profits, but we haven't hit take profit. And here's the trick here, guys. You know, it's very difficult when you're scalping like this to hold till TP because sometimes it goes into deep drawdowns and you start panicking. Sometimes it will hit your stop loss. Just have to accept it. But for the system to work, you just need to hold your trades. Hold your trades. You just hit take profit on this one. And then this one, like I told you, didn't like that close inside effect. But the moment you start seeing, here's the thing, there's also basic price action principles that you learn probably when you're starting Forex that you can also implement to also enter. Because sometimes what I do also, although I mentioned the rules of this strategy, I sometimes look at how price is behaving on the zone by understanding the rejections, engulfing candlestick, and patterns. I could easily tell that even though it took me out on the zone, we might still respect the zone. Or sometimes maybe it enters in a way that closes within, but I'm like, it closes within, it's not part of my rules. I just look what happens in the zone. But sometimes you find patterns like this, because look at this zone here. You look at this, we're creating lower highs, right? This is basic price action principle that when to start doing these moves, we're looking to move to the upside. And then we have our mini break of structure here. You see, I don't have to go that complex. The strategy work as it is, simplified as it is, but adding those extra components can help you take entries like this because I've seen it work on my side, right? Whereby I take entries like this, not part of my rules, but over time you have to get used to that as well. So pretty much that's it for the day. Then let's go to the next day open. All right. So we're gonna switch back to GBPUSD, GBPJPY. Those are London session pairs. GBPUSD, GBPJPY. Um, where's GJ? Okay, yeah, there's GJ. And then yeah, we can already see we're below the moving average. We select. Oh, we're looking for sales rather. And this is clean price section, by the way. I like seeing clean price section. And also when we get to those specific zones and also respect those zones. Okay, and we have also a zone here on EU. So let's see what happens. Do we trigger the zones? You're not in those zones. This is where patience now comes in the chart, right? Where patience now comes in. Okay, let me wait. Why are you moving too quick? This thing is moving too quick. Wait, we close within, so I wouldn't want the setup. This one, and even though I adjust, we also close within the zone. So I'm hoping this one won't close, would rather reject. Although some of these, you'd see they might respect price action and go the opposite direction, right? But because of the rules of engagement, I want to stick to the rules of engagement and not add my own experience on it. Right. So pretty much a consolidating day on these pairs. So I doubt we'll get anything. Okay, it's New York now. So I'm just gonna switch to USD CAD. We didn't get anything London session. USD JPY. We're buying on USD CAD. We have this zone and the zone here. So if we disrespect, okay, no, another zone has been tapped through. Um, and we closed inside, so I don't like the setup. And then I'll probably just look at this one. Let's just see if gold, what's happening in gold? Do we have zones? Because gold we are buying, but we need to see untapped zones where we might react. So this is the only zone I think we might react on. So it's a waiting game. Might not even see a setup for this day. If gold touch that zone, let's see. Mm, Did it really touch? So this is the candlestick that touched. Let's just adjust it and make sure it's properly. Okay, this is the candlestick that touched. So either way, I would have entered this long position. 1:1 here. Then stop loss just here. 2581. 2581. They should be equal. And then I'm just going to place the order. It's $50. Yeah, $50. So let us see if we get respected. So we're in the trade. Seems like it might go against us, but let's see. And it took us out. I want to see something. Let me see price action in the zone. Are we? So if you know pure price, you know what's happening here. If you understand price action and rejection signs, if it takes me out in this case and it's still in the zone, I'll be likely looking for, see like this here. This is a rejection. I might consider entering here and just putting my stop loss um just below. But these are like extra added tweaks, man. Like you need to like kind of understand the whole thing, right? In which I will drop more information videos teaching the explained version or the updated version. Okay, I see a setup here. We closed outside. Closed outside. So I'm gonna cancel this one and focus on the new one. We only lost one time. So we said if we lose two times in a day, we call it a dag. For a day, 9.8, 9.8. And one thing about this strategy, it doesn't want you to hesitate. If you see the setup, just trade. Don't care whether you wanna lose or make money. It's not about the money, it's about the system. I just entered this one here. Let's see how it goes. Um, You see, when I say those daunting moments whereby you're just 2 millimeters from the take profit and then it comes back down and you be panicking now, like, oh my goodness, I could have taken my profits because it does that most of the time. And sometimes even go straight to your stop loss and it just kicks you all out. And then we hit take profit on this trade. Nice. So we lost one and then made one. So I'll just call it a day on this day. Let's see how is our P&L right now. So we're up $100 so far, and it's only we started on the 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It's only 5 days within. That's a good I feel like it's for me, this I would call going so far so good. Because if you started on the first properly, because remember we just used a random date generator that just chose a random date. But if you starts in the first of the month till now, you'd probably be in nice good profits by this time. But nevertheless, guys, like I said, the strategy I've back tested over a hundred trades already. So I don't want us to go back and forth, making this video lengthy. So I'm just gonna go to the analytics of the strategy I did. So this was for the GUEU. So I'm just gonna go to the analytics. So this was for a 100K account. So what I did, we're gonna see the data on how many trades I've back tested it so far on. And these are the data. So the win rate is pretty much a high win rate, 69.61. Obviously, it got to what's this? 72 percent win rate, but some months are good, some months are bad. And as you can see, I traded 102 trades in total, right? This is this is sufficient. I won't say it's enough. It's sufficient data to see if the strategy works. So 102 trades, 71 wins and 81 losses. And out of 100K I started with, I made profits of 20 USD. And as you can see, my profit factor is a 1:1, basically. See, I'm making pretty much the same amount I'm losing. Um, so it's a 1:1. And then the data mm, that s- shows me my win rate in the London session and my win rate in the New York session. So New York session, I have a higher win rate, 72%. And then total trades, 59 on London, and then 43 on New York. Average RR, it's 1.0 in total, and then one this side. And then profits 10.59%, and then 9.59. Pretty much the same for me in terms of data. So it has all the identical data. So I back tested this year, 2025, February, March, April. So the month of February I made 10% gains, and then March 8% gains, and then April, because I didn't finish April. Let me just check April. This is April. I only traded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days um on it. I traded 5 days on it. So I must continue backtesting the month of April. But in average, it has shown me that you're looking to make 10% to 8 percent a month, right? So on a bad month, we don't know, we haven't experienced a bad month on it as well. It works. So like I said, these are the analytics, and then you can tweak it according to your own understanding or improve your win rate to maybe an 80% by avoiding certain trades and then just learning how to re-enter some trades and all those things, right? So, but basically the strategy works. And if you're trading prop firm accounts, this is for you. Because if you're making 10 to 8% a month, and the first month you can pass your phase one, phase two, and third month you're just withdrawing, getting payouts from all of this. So pretty much that's the strategy, guys. And I hope you guys back test it. Don't just take my word for it. Just go back test it yourself, study it yourself, understand it yourself before you can say, I want to go trade it on the charts. And what's nice, there's this feature now, simulator. So we have a simulator. So it tells you how much profit you would have made if you held your trade a little bit longer. So you see here, I told you my RR is 1:1, and profits I've made so far, right? Obviously, it's $20. It just factors all the profits, not the losses. So when you deduct the losses, you get to my P&L. And if you're, I was trading a 1:1, this is what I'm trading currently. But sometimes it does go up to 1:0.2 0.2. And then if I was taking a 1:4 RR, I would have made 83,000. Um, what you call 83,000. dollars in profits. Mind you, this is a 100K account, right? So if you numb it down to 1,000 account that we're trading, this would have been probably 800 or 830 um, USD. But yeah, basically that's how you look at the simulations. But so far, the best one is the one I'm using right now. It has a 70% win rate. And then if you were to increase your RR, obviously the win rate would go lower because not every trade will hurt take profit, but the ones that do will cancel out the noises at all. Like I said, it's up to you. You have to look at how you're gonna gauge it and sort of like work around it. But otherwise, guys, that's the data, that's the win rate. Hope you guys enjoy backtesting this yourself and implement it. And I hope to see you on the profitable side. Cheers.